Welcome everyone back to the UK Journeyman. In today's episode, we will be finishing off our regular season. As you can see, if we click on the fixture schedule, we have got our 5 remaining games in the league. We managed to finish in the top 6, which, if we look at the league, puts us into the championship group. As you can see there, we are 5th out of 6th at the minute. I think it still adds, so even though you go into the championship group, I still think your position is dictated by the overall league table. I don't think it's like if, say, Cliftonville were to win all games, they would then win the league. It would very much still be based on points. So we've got 5 games left. The way we're going to do it, we're going to play the first game, the third game, and the 5th game. So the 4th and 2nd will play off camera. So we'll play Cliftonville, we'll play Coleraine, and we'll play Larne as the last game. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, we should have a European playoff places. As you can see, we're not going to finish any lower than 4th. Realistically, I mean, 14 points, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. A draw out of any 5 games, and we're definitely finishing at least 4th. That's not going to be enough for Europe. There is a big gap. Glenavon have actually fell off recently. Linfield and Coleraine have actually overtaken them. Coleraine now top of the league. Just the 3 losses all season. I think one of them was to us as well. I think we beat them 3-0 at one point. So yeah, really unlikely we're going to finish in the top 3. But you never know. I mean, it's 12 points. It's pretty unlikely. So yeah, but we'll still play the 3. We'll do a bumper episode. You know what, actually? Is there even any point in doing these? Let's do... Ooh, what should we do? I'm trying to think what will be the best thing to do. No, we'll save the European playoff places for next episode. We will play... We'll just play 2 of them. We'll play the first one in LAN, and we'll do the 3 off camera rather than a big bumper episode, because tomorrow's episode will be a big bumper episode with all of the European playoff games. So we'll play the first 2. I thought I'd reached the game, but clearly I haven't. Yeah, we'll play the first 2 games. Sorry, we'll play the first game and the last game of this little championship group, and then see where we finished off. But likelihood, looking at it, it's going to be 4th. So for the first of 2 games, we are playing Cliftonville in our first game in the championship group. And this is the team we're going with. We've got Abbottson in goal, back 4, Brown, Conley, Baptiste and Brannigan. Not Ewing. Is Ewing and Carlin in midfield. Lindsay's picked up a knock, which is probably going to see him out for pretty much the rest of the season. Takawira Doy, on the right. Still trying to learn his name. He's been here a while. He's only played 2 games though. Chris Clark on the left, and then a front 2 of Jones and Soonsup Bell. As you can see, there's been a bit of a gap, so pretty much all the fitness is lost in the players. So hopefully they can regain that. And realistically, we just need to get into some good form. We need to win some games. We're not going to get in the top 4. We're not going to finish below 4th. It's very much just we need to get results to get ourselves some confidence. We need to get the boys fit. We need to get the boys confident and ready for this European playoff places, because I think finishing 4th, we will go straight through to the semis, I think. And we at least won't play the quarters. I'm pretty sure on that. So realistically, we just have to win 2 rounds to get Europe. Definitely easier said than done when we're going to have to play good sides. And if we start like this, it's not going to be great. Cliftonville go 1-0 up after 30 seconds. We definitely don't want something like that happening. We didn't actually go over the fixtures, but since you last left us, we've kind of fell off a bit. Obviously, we've had a few injuries. Chapman's been out. Lindsay's been injured. Soonsup Bell's been injured, but he's back now. And who was the regular right mid? Clark. Who was on the left? Smith's been injured. Brendan Smith, he's only just been back on the bench today as well. And someone else, I think Gregory's been out nearly half the season. But yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of injuries, so it's really impacted us. And we've also lost a lot of match sharpness just having like 2 weeks off. For some reason, the boys take ages to gain the match fitness, and then as soon as there's a bit of a gap, they just all lose it. It's really weird. One thing I've noticed as well that's a little bit different this year. Oh, I thought Soonsup Bell equalised for us, but it is offside. One thing I've noticed as well this year is sorry, I've still got a bit of a cold. If players play too much, their match sharpness also goes down rather than just their match condition. Their sharpness actually goes down, which is really odd. I guess it makes sense that they're almost running themselves into the ground, so they're not sharp. So it is a little bit of you do kind of have to rotate if you've got tired players rather than just running them into the ground. But yeah, hopefully we can get back into this game. Clark plays into Soonsup Bell. Can he find Jones in the middle? He can, but it was always going to get blocked there. There was no space for him. I have to say, I'm not massively a big fan of Takawira Doi so far. He hasn't really impressed me. Again, I don't really know where he's best on the right up front, and it's a good job we've managed to bring him on loan first because he's probably not someone I'm going to sign permanently. He just doesn't seem to fit. And Abbottson had a bit of a howler there. We've got away with it, thankfully. But yeah, he's another one that's out of contract. And let's not mistake it. There's a lot of players out of contract at the end of this season. And how many we're going to keep, I don't know. Soonsuk Bell is one tied down. He's nearly got us back there. That was a brilliant run. Decent finish, but a good save from the Cliftonville goalkeeper. But yeah, Soonsuk Bell's tied down. Jones is tied down. Con Clark's tied down. And Lindsay in the midfield. And then we've got Brannigan, Conley, and that's it. So we need a goalkeeper, a centre-back, a right-back. Brown's probably one I'll tie down when we get our wage budget. But honestly, I think out of everyone, yeah, I don't think there'll be too many more. McNally, I think, may have signed a new deal. I can't remember. We may have signed McNally to a new deal. I can't remember. Yeah, I genuinely can't remember. That's a great header from Soonsuk Bell, unfortunately. Just off target. Still 1-0 to Cliftonville. This is definitely not filling me. I mean, we've been the better side. We've just not scored. And that seems to be the issue as of late. We're just not scoring goals. I don't know whether an update to the game has destroyed the tactic, but I think we're just in a bit of poor goal scoring form. Jones hasn't hit the back of the net in a while, and Soonsuk Bell, probably the same for him since he's come back from injury. Brannigan, an interesting choice over the free kick, but it's fell to Con Clark, who plays it back to Carlin, who goes all the way back to Brown. Don't know why he's done that. Back to Carlin. Forward this time to Brannigan. Conley. What a pointless highlight. What a pointless highlight. 1-0 at the half. And yeah, it's not looking much better. We need massively to improve. But yeah, I think the match fitness is just... We've obviously played a lot of games back to back, and then we've had these weird big gaps, which have really killed us. Really, really killed us. I don't really know why the fixture schedule is like this, where you play like 5 games between I don't know, within two or 3 weeks. It's crazy, and then it's just 2 weeks between a game, and it doesn't make any sense. Con Clark does well to get around his man. Can he find an option, or is he going to go alone? He's going to keep going, Con Clark, but he has to pull a save from the Cliftonville goalkeeper. Still just 1-0. Like I say, we have been goal shy as of late in the league, so it's not really surprising. One thing we have also got as well is our cup final in the Northwest Senior Cup. I don't know when that's going to come up. I think it's after all of these championship group games. So I don't really know when that's going to happen, whether it's going to be in the midst of the European playoff place games or whether it's going to be after those. I don't know. We'll probably do it off camera either way, but it's just, yeah, it's so weird. You play it so early in the season and then don't touch it again. That's a great ball into Soonsuk Bell. This time he's onside. And this time we have equalised. Good little assist from Takawira Doi. I keep wanting to call him Takawira Day, but it's Takawira Doi. It's just very, very hard to say his name. But yeah, good little knock for the assist there. 1-1. And like I say, we've been the better side, but we have just been so goal shy as of late. But thankfully, Soonsuk Bell, who is our best goal scorer, is back in the side. And hopefully he can start to relive some of his former form, because he was banging them in before he got injured. Brown does well, wins the header. Carlin, or was it Ewan, played it all the way to Con Clark. Can he find a man in the middle, or can he go alone? It's a brilliant turn. He's got to finish. Oh, he's got to finish that. Con Clark should score way more than he does. His movement and his pace and, yeah, his control of the ball is brilliant, but his final shot is just not good enough. He's definitely better on the left-hand side. We've been playing him pretty much on the right exclusively all season because we didn't have another right mid. But now Takawira Doi is in the side. We do have a right mid who's serviceable enough anyway. Like I say, I don't think I'm a huge fan of him. He's probably not someone I'm going to keep. I mean, even there, he's won the header, but it's just such a weak header. He has no ability for heading, but he's tall. And he has no pace, but he can play on the wing. He's just such an odd player. He's just such an odd player, and it's just not someone... He's done okay today. He's got the assist, so his match race and boosted up. But before the assist, he wasn't really doing anything. Not long left now. We will make a sub. We'll bring Hugel on for Jones. Smith is back from his injury, so we'll bring him on. We'll shove Con Clark onto the right. We'll bring... I think we'll just leave it there, actually. We'll just make the 2 changes. 2 attacking changes. Smith and Hugel on. Hopefully one of them can help us grab a winner and get the 3 points, because like I say, there's no real stakes in the game. It's just I want us to have lots of good dynamics. I want us to have lots of positive feelings before we go into it. Lots of momentum before we go into the game. Obviously, I don't think we'll play any of the top three, so we'll probably avoid the really hard games, Linfield, Coleraine and Glenavon. I don't think we'll play any of them because they're already qualified for Europe, I guess. I guess it really depends on the winner of the Irish Cup as well. I don't know how big the gap's going to be because I guess the winner of the Irish Cup needs to be played before you know who's going to be in the European playoff places. I think that will be the case. We may schedule a friendly or something in between if there's too big of a gap, just so we've got some better fitness. But yeah, I don't really know how it works. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens with the Irish Cup. Maybe that's after the championship group and then the playoff places go off the back of that, because I'm pretty sure third would need to be included. So there is very much a chance we could play a Glenavon or a Linfield or even a Coleraine. I guess it's not settled just yet. But yeah, 1-1, not the best result, but we were the better side. And I think that pretty much did confirm our 4th place finish. I don't think we can finish any higher. I mean, 12 points with 4 games. I guess we could technically, but yeah, not really. We signed Coleman to a new deal. I thought he was already going to be signing a new deal anyway. And McNally. So Rhys McNally is tied down. He's probably someone who probably hasn't played enough, actually, for how decent he is at this level. So he's probably someone we'll obviously look to partner up Conley next year. Coleman, backup goalkeeper, he's signed on as well. So we do have a decent squad for next season. There's something there. Coleman I signed just because he's cheap and he's happy to be the backup. But yeah, I mean, players like Hugill on £390 a week, Ewan on £430 a week, they've got to go. They have absolutely got to go. In theory, I should be just putting McNally in now because he's going to be here till next season. But Baptista's got our highest rating in the squad. So I don't really want to drop him when we're playing these important games. So yeah, we'll go play the other 3 games off camera and we'll come back for LAN for the last one. One thing I did forget to mention, we have signed a new deal. We just agreed on the same wage. It doesn't look like we're going to get anything else. I think I mentioned we were studying for our National B as well. If I didn't, we are. Yeah, we have signed a new deal, so we'll be here till the end of next season with LIMAVADY. Like I say, things are going well. There's no real reason. As you can see, we're making progress, aren't we? We finished. I mean, we only just come into the league and we're finishing 4th. I think that's good. I think a couple of our abilities have gone up, especially in the mental thing. I think obviously average now. I don't really know what all of these mean. Like, I don't know what's better. I guess unsuited's the worst because it's orange. Average looks better because it's kind of lighter. I don't know. I like the numbers. Bring back the numbers, or at least a choice. I think reputational was regional anyway. In terms of other other jobs and stuff, nothing really majors came up that's actually drawn interest from me. Glentorrent look like they're going down. They've got a big wage budget, but it's going to be in the league below. Like, they're going to be worse than us, so there's no real point in that. A couple of National League jobs have come up, but nothing that I'm really that interested in applying for. No one's came in for us, so I think at this point we're kind of just, we'll really only move if someone offers us something and it's a good increase. For now, because we're making progress, we're getting badges, we're making progress as a club, there's no reason to move. So unless someone comes in for us, we're probably going to be at LIMAVADY for at least next season and maybe beyond that as well. So for our last game of the regular season, we play LAN. As you can see, it's been a decent actual run. We beat Linfield and Coleraine back-to-back before then getting absolutely dismantled once again by Glenavon. These are our bogey team. I think we've lost every time we've played them in League and Cup. We just cannot get past them. But we play LAN, who were down in 6th for the last one. Like I say, there's nothing to play for, really, but just some momentum. This is the team we're going with. We've got Abbottson in goal, back forward, Brown, Conley, Baptiste and Brannigan. Lindsay back in the side, needs to get up to fitness. Obviously, as you can see, the fitness is much better now. Garland pairing up with him. Takawira, Doy on the right, Conclark on the left, and then Jones and Sunset Bell up top. Jones did thankfully score in, I think it was either the Linfield or the Coleraine game, so he is back in the goals, and we really need that. We did get a little notification as well saying we've confirmed our place in the European playoff places. So what that means exactly, whether it's semi-final, quarter-final, I guess we'll just see. Looking at the Irish Cup final, it's another chance for a second-tier side to actually win it. If you remember last season, Newington of the championship actually won the cup and got into Europe. I don't know how well they did this season. Well, I guess we can have a look. We obviously need to take a look at Brickfield as well, but we'll do that after next episode, after the European playoff places. That'll be the end of the season, or maybe in the transfer special that leads it on from that. Actually, I think that would be a good shout. Con Clark needs to find a man. Does find Soonsup Bell. He goes from distance, but unfortunately, it goes wide. Sorry again that I'm just so stuffy with a runny nose. These little colds and stuff just absolutely killing me at the minute. Not killing me, but it's just very irritating. It's also a bad day today. But obviously, when you're doing these videos, it's just very stuffy, and it does impact your speech, and it does look a bit gross. Always wiping my nose, but there's nothing else I can do. Otherwise, I'd be cutting every 2 seconds. I could just not do them, but I like making the videos, and I want to play Football Manager. So, oh no, Lana through. Oh, it's a big save from Abbottson. He's playing for a contract, this lad. He wants too much money. That's the only reason. I would keep him if he was happy on £140 a week. He's not asking for crazy money, but for our level, it is crazy money, because I think for a £300 to £400 a week wage, we could get a better goalkeeper, and that's kind of what I'm gambling on. Some of these are gambles. We look at someone like Brown. It is a little bit of a gamble if we can get someone better. There's no guarantee that we'll get a better player, but we have to gamble a little bit. I think we've got a bit more pull. Oh no, he's offside. I'm not sure how he was offside there. I'm going to pause this for 1 second while I blow my nose, because right, apologies for that. Hopefully we don't have to do that too many times, because I don't want to edit all these cuts in. But thankfully the goal was offside, and we are still 0-0 in the game. But we're not come out the gates flying. Obviously, we've got to think these are the kind of sides we'll be playing in the European playoff places. So I'm a little bit concerned. Obviously, that is very much our only route into Europe. Like I say, I don't expect us to get far at all, but it's just the money that comes with it. Obviously, it's about 170k, I think, last time I played the game, you get for finishing, just getting knocked out in the first round, even if it's less. Obviously, it's Conference League would be going into. So basically, the way it works in this country is there's 3 spots in the first round of the Conference League knockouts, and there's 1 spot in the Champions Path of the Champions League. In theory, if you win the league, that's actually the greatest position to be in, because the Champions Path is way easier than the regular knockout path, because you're playing the champions of all the rubbish nations like Gibraltar and San Marino and Macedonia. You're not playing anyone actually good. Whereas if we get into the Europa League knockout first round, we could play anyone. We could play anyone from a Welsh side. We could be playing someone quite easy like a Britain Ferry, or we could play someone really tough like, I don't know. You could get someone like, I don't know who goes in the first round or the nations, but you could definitely get a tough nation, like a Greece or like a Holland even. I don't know how high up their European coefficiency is, but yeah, I don't know exactly who you could play, but it's definitely a lot harder than the Champions Path of the Champions League. We would do better in the Champions Path of the Champions League than the first round of the Europa Conference League. It's just the way it works. Brown, can he get a good ball in? He can't. It's deflected out for a corner, still 0-0. One thing I've noticed is we don't really score a lot from corners. I really don't think we've scored many at all over the course of the save, whether it was here or Brickfield. So it doesn't really seem to matter whether the corner tactic needs some work. I mean, I kind of just leave it to the assistant. So whatever the assistant does isn't really working. Con Clark plays it to Brannigan. I thought he was going to smack one. Can he smack one again? He does! Darren Brannigan gets himself a wonder goal. He's absolutely walloped it from outside the box. I thought he was going to do that the first time, but he held off. Thankfully, had a go the second time, and from 25 yards out, has given us the lead. Apparently the assistant flag has gone off. Oh, another brilliant highlight. 2 seconds just to see the half-time whistle go. 1-0 we lead. And as you can see, that changes nothing to the table. But it's very good, and we are cooking. As long as we win these games, and I mean, if we win, three wins and 1 draw and 1 loss out of the 5 against the kind of teams we'll be playing, I think that's fine. We'll thankfully not be playing Coleraine. They have won the league. And I don't think we'll be playing Glenavon either. It'll be either Linfield or Glenavon, or neither, because Coleraine are in the final of the Irish Cup. That's what I was going to mention earlier. Yeah, it's Bangor, who actually knocked us out of the cup, are going to be in the final. That could have been us. That would have been a very nice route to. Oh, that's brilliant from Soonsup Bell. I don't know how he's not scored. Yeah, that's going to be a great route for us in the future, but not this season, unfortunately, as we did get knocked out by Bangor. Hopefully we can. Hopefully Coleraine just win, and that would make it 3, and then the 4th position going in the league. Otherwise, 3rd is going to join us in the European playoff places, which I think would be either Glenavon or Linfield, and we really don't want to play either of those because we've definitely lost to both of those in the season. I think if we can avoid those and play the likes of Larne, Cliftonville, yeah, hopefully we would. I think finishing 4th, we would be in the semi-final either way because 3rd and 4th would go up against 5th, 6th, and 7th, or 5th and 6th. I don't know exactly how it works. I guess we'll just have to see it. I can't really think about it. I guess it would be, at the minute, it would be 4th and 5th to go into the semi-final, and then 6th and 7th play a quarter-final, and then, no, 6th, 7th, actually, I don't know. How would it work if there's 4 of us? Do we all just go into a semis? Is the quarters only if there's an extra one? I don't know. I don't know how it works. I think Larne have qualified as well, and they're down in 6th. So it's at least 4th, 5th, and 6th. I guess it would probably be 7th as well, but that just seems like 4 teams. I don't know why you'd have to play a quarterfinal. Maybe the quarterfinal's only if the cup winner isn't one of the top 3. There's too many weird permutations. It's such a weird way of doing it. I don't know why they just don't give it to 4th position. I don't know why you need to have this weird playoff for it. It just seems very, very odd. But I will just pause it once again because I need to blow my nose. I apologise so much. It's a bit. You should see how annoying it is to have this. This stuffy nose is the bane of my existence at the minute. But that's if that's the worst thing that's happening in my life, that life is pretty okay. So I'm not going to complain too much. Anyway, still 1-0. 30 minutes to go against Larne, and we could do with a second goal. We've not really had any danger. Oh, Takawira Doi. He's so slow. He's so slow. But thankfully, I mean, that's not an assist. He's had a shot, and it's just fell to Soonsup Bell, who's done everything. Another goal for Soonsup Bell. I mean, we really need him to be in the goals coming into this into these European playoff places. Lots of boys are back from injury, so we'll bring Gregory on. He'll get a nice little clap when he comes on. We'll put Baptiste out on the left and bring McNally on. Actually, no, we'll put McNally out at left back. Not really ideal for him, but he can do it. Chapman's back from his injury as well, so I guess we'll bring him on for a little bit as well. Just give some of these boys who've been out injured a while, probably their last appearance for us, to at least get a nice little clap from the home fans for making the effort to come back from their injury. Coming back at a good time, though, because they can at least be involved somewhat in our push for Europe. As you can see, Larne have actually had more of the chances on target, but we have just thankfully been more clinical than they have, as we are 2 goals up from 4 chances on target. 12 shots overall, though, and a higher XG, and we've had a lot of the ball. Even on this attacking mentality, we do seem to have more of the ball. I don't really know why that is, because we're not really particularly looking after it. It is somewhat direct. I guess it's sort of a halfway house up, but I'm surprised we've got. I mean, that's so much room for Gregory to get this on target and just shoot. He should have just been shooting there. I don't know why the keeper's left so much space for him, but Gregory, can he get a good ball in? It's not bad at all, and it's been a penalty actually. I think Jones would have actually probably finished that had he not been hacked down, but he has been hacked down. It's going to be a penalty. I don't know who's standing over this. Is it Chapman? Is it Carlin? I don't know. It's Conley, the centre back. Conley, the centre-back, just like Harry Maguire, maybe not so much a rifle, but he does rifle in the bottom left-hand corner, not maybe the top corner like Maguire did, but that's a centre-half's penalty. Lovely stuff, hit it hard. We'll make a couple more changes as well. Why not? Smith's going to come on. We'll swap those 2 round, and we'll bring Hugel on as well for Jones, just to give a little bit of a run-out, because we will probably need some of these boys, so we'll just keep them on side, just in case we need them. But a 3-0 win over Larne really fills me with a lot of confidence that we're going to be okay. We might just get Europe yet. So that is confirmation that we have finished 4th. I think it was already pretty much confirmed from the first game. And we've got an update from the board. Our cup game's in 11 days. I want to read the update from the board. We've got money as well. Money's came in. Brief update from the board. Campaign is now at an end. Blah, 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 blah. Expectations come after the upcoming final. Okay, great. We got money, which is good for us because we were a little bit, 61k, we're doing okay. That's not the league table. The league table, okay, well, yeah, I don't know. What's this? What's going on? What are there all these weird stages? That's the relegation playoff thingy. Where's the European thing? We finished second in the championship group, so actually we did pretty good. Yeah, I don't know where that is. I assume it'll pop up, but maybe because the cup final hasn't been played yet. No, it hasn't. That gets played on the 11th of the 5th. All right. Well, I don't think that. Okay. We'll come back for the European playoff places. I don't know how late into the season it's going to come. Hopefully, it's in May, because we don't really want it to be interfering with our transfer, our contracts leaving. We have got the cup. We're just going to play the cup off final. There's nothing. You don't get anything for winning it, I don't think. You get a little bit of money, but yeah, there's nothing to it really. So we'll play that off camera, absolutely. It is our chance at our first domestic cup, but yeah, we'll play that off camera because it's the crap cup. We don't care about it. And then we will have our European playoff places. So that's going to be next episode, playing our Europe games. Can we qualify for Europe? Fingers crossed we can, but we'll find out next episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the UK Journeyman, and I'll see you all for more very soon.